Hello, welcome to my secret spot. Hi y'all. If you could see the setup that I'm rocking with right now, I would get some sort of reward or something. I'm telling you, this is dedication right here. The way my camera is set up, yeah. Anyway, so I'm in Portland. Yay! I wish I could like do the edits and put all the sound in, but I have so much drive right now that I'm actually going to edit this video on my phone. So I'm not even gonna wait until I get home. Right now is the 1st of June. I don't know when you're getting this. Probably 2nd of June if I'm like really on it, how I'm saying I want to be on it. But I just want to chronicle my trip so far, okay? Because I travel a lot, actually, a whole lot. But I've never actually done one of these like travel type vlogs. So I'm just gonna share with you, like I said, part of my experience. So this is day one. I got here last night, and getting here was a whole sugar honey iced tea show, okay? Child, I'm gonna have to put on my lip gloss for this one because my lips are gonna get dry. Like, I'm just gonna talk about this. Anyway. Not sponsored, but I really like this lip gloss. This is a Fenty Heat. All right, boom. So I'm just gonna make a long story short here and tell you a little bit about the flight getting here. If I wanted to like make a whole story about it, I could, because really it was a stressful situation. It was horrible. A sugar honey iced tea show, like I said. But anyway, I made it here. Long story short though, the flight I was sitting on a plane. The flight here, fine, there were the 2.5 hours to get here. And then an additional like, I don't know, maybe like 3 hours sitting on a plane, or 2 hours just sitting on a plane that's not moving, and then also sitting in the airport. The whole ordeal was much longer than these 5 hours I'm talking about, though. It was crazy. Okay. The pilot lied to us. It's just a whole lot of stuff. I don't even want to talk about it, quite frankly, at the moment, because it was horrible. Anyway, never had a flying experience like that in my life. Yeah, thanks very much, Allegiant. Okay. Anyway, so today, woke up this morning, well, it was closer to the afternoon because the flight landed really late. But I want to share with you some of the weird things about Portland, my first impressions. Well, these are not really first impressions because I've been in Oregon before, but Portland is new to me. So here's how that goes. First of all, this is one of those like liberal states, like getting off the plane at the airport, they have like bathroom signs, like male, female, all user, all gender, like that. That is so like, I don't know, I'm still not used to that. I don't see it very often because I live in more of like a red state, but it's really, it's odd, you know? So anyway, you see the sign. I don't have any pictures of this part, but I will say throughout this video, I will be inserting some clips and videos. Well, clips are videos and like pictures just so you can see what I'm talking about. So I guess this is like a travel vlog in a sense. I don't even know what I'm gonna title this video. My goodness, this might be a long one. Anyway, at the airport, okay, and in my head I'm thinking, what are these all user restrooms like? How's it different? Well, for one, the obvious. But then, deadass, I really thought I was gonna walk into an all user stall. I didn't. Well, I peeked in just to see. But anyway, also the all user was close to like the nursing room. And I don't know if you guys know this, but yes, I'm a mom now. Yep, MILF. Yep. Anyway, I thought I was gonna open the stall and see like two toilets side by side. I don't know. That's not what I saw. Okay. And then since we got in so late last night, going to the drive-through, I went to Carl's Jr. My options were McDonald's, Carl's Jr., like Taco Bell. I forget. Maybe there was another one. I don't know. So the people of Portland is known apparently as like one of those crazy areas, I'm told. That's what my man told me. In any case, yeah. So I would say that began last night, just sitting in the line for the drive-through. Guess what? Some woman walked through. Not to like the drive-through window or anything, but she walked to the car that was parked in front of us. And she walks up to the window, I guess like bumming for change or something. That is like so strange. You don't like what? And not to get on this lady, y'all, but you know what? I still want to go to heaven, so I'm not even gonna do too much. A lady. That was a man, actually. But yeah, if you took a quick glance, that was a lady. Yeah. If you took a quick glance, like now I'm kind of like smiling because I'm thinking like right now I'm being reminded of the episodes of Jerry Springer where like someone will come onto the show and be like, Jerry, the reason why I brought you here is because I'm a man. You know, like confessing that stuff. Who knows what I mean? And if it's too bad I'm editing on my phone. I'm gonna try really hard though to like find a clip and show you what I'm talking about, but I may not do it. It's very likely that I won't because it's just gonna take so much to do it, and I really want to get this out as soon as possible.
I mean, you wouldn't have liked me if I would have told you from the beginning.
I told you about. Yeah. It's that karma. Stop talking to me, man. Ain't no point to talk to me no more.
Well,
you see how that went. Ain't no point.
We can try this.
Well, here's...
This is what happened this morning. Got up. Only two things on the agenda for today, and those things were plenty. I had a good time. It was a good day. I went to the Pitek, is that how you say it? I don't know. I'm gonna put the name on the screen probably, or not. Don't hold me to that. But anyway, I went to the mansion and it was beautiful. I really love mansion tours. That's something I look forward to doing. It's a pity that there isn't anything like that in my home state. Wow, home state. I can say that now, I guess. Arizona. I really love mansion tours. It's one of my favorite things to see when I visit places because I also like house hunters, but obviously this is like different. This is like, wow, you know, it's very, I don't know, it almost makes me feel nostalgic, which is weird because maybe like in a past life I was a lady of a house or something. Who knows? I don't know. And I looked on Zillow. The homes in that area where Pitek Mansion is, the most high priced.
The highest priced one. Did I really just say the most high? Oh my goodness.
One that was available was about 6 million, north of 6 million. I'm like, wow. I should probably check it out on Zillow. I spend so much time on Zillow. Not even gonna cap. Every time I'm traveling, I like to go on Zillow. That's like one of my favorite things to do. If I'm on my phone and you're like, oh, what are you looking at? Are you scrolling through reels? A lot of the time, y'all, that's like I'm on Zillow looking in other states at homes. But anyway, that's just very enjoyable for me. But overall, the neighborhood wasn't priced too badly. Like there was something in there for like 900 and something thousand, 750s, you know, cool. Yeah, so the mansion was beautiful. It was very palatial and there was so much of it. Like, can you imagine? Oh man, it was really nice. And walking through the grounds, I did a lot of this while on my trip to the East Coast last year, which I'll be going back to the East Coast, so maybe I'll do some footage, you know, maybe I should start taking you guys on trips, honestly. Yeah. Anyway, I really like that. That was maybe my favorite part of today. Yeah. Although I did go to a bookstore afterwards, so it's kind of like hard to call it. But I think just today, based on how things went, the mansion was my favorite. I really love seeing the rooms and imagining like the people of the past. All these like grand rooms. Like there was this one area of the house, there's like a smoking room. It's like, okay, fancy much. And an entrance, like an entryway that's like so like, whoa. Yeah, that's so cool. If I come back, I really want to come back like uber rich. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. But here are some weird things I noted in Portland, Oregon. First of all, the lady. I already talked about that. The bathrooms. The two bathrooms, the two toilets in the stall side by side. I'm just kidding. I already told you that didn't happen. Y'all, I know this video probably sounds very weird. I don't know who exactly is gonna watch this. If there are people who are new here, yo, I haven't recorded in a really long time. Well, not a video this length. I've recorded pretty recently, I guess, but not a video this length. So I'm probably just yammering on at this point. Okay. Another weird thing was there was graffiti on like road signs, and in my head I'm thinking, how did you reach up there like with the spray paint can? How did you do that? I don't know. Maybe Spider-Man was up there doing stuff. Spray paint. Yeah. I saw like lots of vulgar stuff. Not necessarily on the road signs, but like just that you can see like walking through. I mean, it's a beautiful area, but like I just walked around, you know, the city itself, and it was really nice. But man, the people. Wow, I had like a little bit of like a culture shock moment there because yeah, there were. I don't want to talk too much about people, y'all. Y'all are gonna think I'm mean. I'll be mean. I don't mind. I don't really care what anyone calls me, to be honest. But yeah, there were some interesting characters. There was this one woman who she looked like really mad. Like she looked like she was fed up with life. She was homeless, but she was like really dark, you know. Her soul. Who am I to judge? I'm not really judging. I'm just telling y'all what I saw, okay? There was this one dude who was like tanning or something. He was a black guy. He was sitting there talking to himself, making hand signals, like waving, and my baby caught a glimpse of the dude, and then my baby was like waving, you know, but the guy didn't see that. He was talking to himself. Yeah. No, Reggie, he had earbuds. That man was not listening to any music. He didn't have earbuds or anything, okay? There were a lot of these characters, okay? There were a few people who had like, who were walking around in crop tops, but probably shouldn't have been. Oh, man. Like, there was this one lady, I swear, I think, it looked like a C-section scar, but she had like this like really huge overhang. Y'all, I'm telling y'all what I saw, okay? So here's what I'll say. If you see this and you're like, oh my gosh, Reggie, that's really mean. How's that mean, bro? People were dressed how they were dressed, you know? Those are the facts. Who else? Yeah, lots of interesting characters. A lot of them. Yeah. Oh, there was this one guy. There was this one guy who I saw him, like we were driving past, and he's like leaning against the window, but leaning like he was leaning against some sort of pole, and his body was like he was just leaning like a mannequin, like he wasn't moving, but he was like it's like he was asleep, bro. I really don't know how to describe this better than I have. It was just so odd. You know, there are people strung out, people talking to themselves, like, yo, I'd be scared to go out here in the evening by myself, quite honestly. Anyway, yeah, I have a little thing I wrote down here so I don't get too far off track. There was a road sign which I misread. Do you ever do that thing where, I don't have dyslexia or anything, but sometimes like you look at something and you think you see something that you clearly didn't see? Like there was a road sign I saw only for a second, and I thought it said no transphobia on the sign, which I wouldn't be too shocked, honestly, if I saw this in a place like this, which is good because I'm not transphobic. But anyway, no, that's not what it said. There was some Spanish on it, so that's why I like misread it. Like I looked back at it and I was like, oh, okay, yeah. And then, oh, the bookstore I went to is called Powell's Books. It was marvelous. It was a great bookstore. It's huge. Not it was, like it's still there. Well, I experienced it, so I did in the past, so it was. Anyway, I got a couple of books. A magnet as well. This book I didn't actually mean to get, but I'll read it, obviously. I'll Watch Your Baby. Something happened. So there was this one book I wanted to read. I picked it up. So I think the book I wanted to read, I put in the place of this book. That's the only thing I can think of that would make sense. So I'll read this now. This is cool. It's like a horror book. I love that genre. And then I also got this book, Piercing. I think it has something to do with like a baby. Every time, I don't know how y'all pick books out, but obviously do not judge a book by its cover. We don't do that around here. I always like look at the back because that's where you'll get a little insight, you know if it's worth reading or not. So yeah. And then this nifty bookmark here was free, which is cool. I don't really love to get books on vacation. Well, I try to like limit myself in terms of like the thickness of the book because traveling and all that, So, but there, I have this. And I brought a couple books which I haven't started reading. I actually bought them the other day with this trip in mind. So that was all fun. And then in the elevator, I was in the elevator, and there was this other guy in there with me, and he said, "Are you new here?" I'm like, "What?" I don't know. I told my man this, and my man's like, "Oh, maybe like he lives here." I don't know. People really, well, I guess people live in hotels sometimes. I've seen that a lot on YouTube and stuff. But yeah. Are you new here? Like, is this the spot? Like, is this where people, anyway, I don't know, it's none of my business. And then for dinner, the name of the restaurant was Northport. And I ordered the steak au poivre, which I've made before. When I made it, it was banging. It was so good. I love my meats well done, but it wasn't well done. I know, I'm a stickler for these things though. Like, I really need it well done. I do. It was a little pink, but I guess I made myself eat it. Ugh. Anyway, it was tasty. I can't, if it's not well done, like, should I be a Karen and leave them a review? I plan to get dinner from there tomorrow. If I did review them today, I would give them a 3, sadly. But I'll probably like what I'm gonna get tomorrow, so I would give them a 4 then. But yeah, that's it for day 1. Stay tuned for day 2, what I have coming up. I'm gonna hike and such. Yeah. That is all. Was this video excessively boring? Let me know in the comments. Although I probably won't believe you if you made it to this point. Well, maybe I could believe you because sometimes if you start something, you just really want to finish it. So you make yourself follow through with that. Thank you guys so much for being here. Let me just cut this short because I feel like this is like that awkward goodbye. You hang up first. No, you hang up first. I'm gonna hang up first. Peace out. Peace out. Thumbs up. I'm gonna be out this joint. Future Reggie here. You tell me, is it Oregon or Oregon? Because I say Oregon. But I was talking to my new wax specialist the other day and I told her I was coming here and she was like, Oregon. Is it Oregon or Oregon? And then I was like, I don't know. Organs are what's inside you. So, well, and the skin is an organ. Anyway, I don't know. But I'll say Oregon.